What is going on, guys? It's been a minute. But I don't want to sound like cliche and say I'm back, but technically I am. What is going on, guys? It is Jay Cuts the Great from Anime Escape here with the final episodes of My Hero Academia Season 3, covering episode 23, 24, and 25. Episode 23 is going to be a brief one. I assume episode 24 is going to be a brief one too. But pretty much, the name of the episodes. Episode 23 is Deku versus Kanchan Part 2. 24. Season 4 encounter, and 25 is Unrivaled. I remember 25 because that was epic. So, diving into it, episode 23, Deku versus Kanchan Part 2. Mainly the whole episode is a fight. But I will tell you one thing, this fight, this build up and the anticipation and the actual action of this fight is amazing. I will say that. Deku actually had Kanchan on the ropes. And I don't know what to say because Deku literally had it, but Kanchan came out on top, and then All Might came out the blue, told Kanchan, so now Kanchan's in on it that he knows the secret between All Might and Deku and all that, and blah blah blah. And All Might and Deku got pretty much suspended technically for a few days. They had to stay in the dorms and clean up the dorms and stuff and miss a couple of days of school. So technically suspended. So yeah, that's how that ended. Episode 24, a season 4 encounters, is very interesting to me because I personally wasn't expecting this type of episode to be one of the few episodes that was like, the last episodes of the 3rd season. So, we get this gentleman. He's people watching from his apartment, smoking a cigarette, listening to the news about, how All Might is no longer a hero and heroes need to step up and yada yada yada. So, you hear him talking and things of that nature, and there's a voice talking to him at the same time, but you don't know what's going on. You think it's like him, like maybe thinking to himself or something like that, but you start to realize it's more than that. So he leaves his apartment, gets dressed, leaves his apartment, walk down the street. He's like, this part of town isn't as good as it used to be now that All Might's gone. And instantly, as soon as he says that, a robbery happens. And this isn't funny, but it was funny to me. But so this guy robs a convenience store. Instead of stealing the cash register, he stole the whole counter. Like how back in the day, you would go to a store and it was like the candy counter, it would be like right there so they could watch you and make sure you get the candy, get one candy and things of that nature. He stole that whole counter. So he stole that, and like the owner, who was like Hero, they went that way. Hero shows up, and right as he's about to attack, he takes a steel pipe to the back of the head. And I will say this, I know it's only anime, but even anime has some type of logic behind it a little bit. So the villain's partner took a steel pipe and bent it, like it formed to the back of his head, and bent the, oh god, he just bent the metal pipe over his head and just hauled off. And they were running, yeah. So after that, the guy kind of gets to talk to Gyran. He's a villain. He's pretty much a black marketer. He's talking about he was like trying to get in contact with Dabi, and Shigaraki wanted to meet or something of that nature. And you're just wondering who is this guy? Like pretty much what's going on? Like who is this guy's connections and everything like that. So pretty much we come to find out he's twice. I can't remember his name, but his power is twice. He's the one that helped did the invasion of the camp in episode 2. So we get a little backstory on him, and it's kind of, you know, tragic a little bit, because you're like, well, damn, like, he did what any average person with the ability to duplicate themselves would do. Like, you would duplicate yourself, you know, have them do all your hard work, you lay back, you know, relax. Then the duplicates get upset and they snatch you up, and then they don't know who's real anymore, and they start killing off each other. And it's literally, if powers like that existed, you can see that on the news or something like that. But yeah, then it like kind of cuts back to UA and his Deku Bakugo, and like the kids are kind of hassling Deku and Bakugo. Well, before that, they went back to school besides Deku and Bakugo, because, you know, they were still in suspension. So, you know, the kids learned about their provisional license and things of that nature, and, you know, all of that. So then they come back to the dorms, and, you know, they're giving Deku and Bakugo somewhat of a hard time and everything like that. But Deku realizes that he's falling behind. Like he's falling behind the other students, because they're like talking about stuff, and they're like, literally they can't tell. They Mr. Aizawa told him not to, you know, tell what happened. But yeah, he feels like he's being left behind completely. So, in his task of doing that, he starts to, you know, take out the trash and everything like that. Then all of a sudden, he sees his face in this wall, and the face tells him about the trash and everything, like, you know, plastics go here, and, you know, metals go here, and everything like that. And it disappears, and he's like, I have no idea. It's like popping, like disappearing and stuff. It would throw me off too if I just saw a random guy's face just randomly in the wall, looking at me, talking to me, then fading, and then it's right there on the ground. It's literally that way. But yeah, I believe the episode ends on a note where, so Deku get to go back earlier than Kanchan, because technically Kanchan started the fight. So Deku gets back, he has to apologize to everybody, and like he's going over the top, he's like super apologetic because he wants to catch up and everything like that. So he's doing all that, and the episode ends on Mr. Aizawa introducing the Big Three, which is the top 3 students, aka heroes, in UA, and it is amazing. Because I mean, I hate to say it, but I've already read the manga and stuff like that, but I don't spoil it like some people out there on YouTube or Facebook or the gram or whatnot. But anyways, going into Unrivaled, it's very interesting because at the end of episode 24, what is his name? Nick, I can't think of his name, how to say his name. I can't think of his last name either. But come to find out, the guy who was whose face was in the wall and in the ground and stuff, he's the top number one UA student and closest hero to being number 1, even against the pros. And he issued a fight to all the students at once. So this is where the episode takes a major turn, because, you know, you thinking, okay, these guys have been through hell and high water. They've been to the tournament. They've been to the training camp. They got ambushed at the training camp. You know, they fought villains, and you thinking like, these guys got this. He's only one person, and he proceeds to decimate each and every one of these students single-handedly with little effort. And it is astonishing what he did. So, pretty much, I don't want to call it phasing, but I'm just going to call it because I can't say what they said on the show. So pretty much his power is phasing, but it has like a little twist to it. He can phase through stuff, but once he tries to solidify his body, he pretty much repels him out of it. So, first things first. As they start to fight, Midoriya was the first one to step up. And as Midoriya was attacking, they noticed his clothes was falling off. And like they kind of freaked out. They were like, what is going on? He was like, I'm sorry, I was getting a little excited. And like Midoriya went to kick him, and his kick went straight through him. So, you know, Midoriya was like, what is going on? I'm sorry, guys. I'm in a computer chair, and I'm like trying to get comfortable, but anyways. So Midoriya's like, okay, so is it phasing, teleportation, or anything like that? So he proceeds to come up with an entire, I wouldn't say entire plan, but he proceeds to wreck the entire class. Starting with the long range people. And when I mean decimates, he punches everyone one time in the stomach and has them on the floor. Done. So he takes out all the long range people. Now, Todoroki was not a part of this, but he's still considered long range. He's on the sidelines watching. But so he takes out Momo. I think her name was Alien Queen, Headphone Jack. He takes out half the class in a matter of like what, 10 seconds, if I remember correctly, or something of that nature. Literally, all the long range people done, like gone. They're just on the floor, holding their stomachs, can't do nothing. So they're like all the close range people, like Ida, Midoriya, Uraraka. You know. I don't know why I'm thinking so hard, but yeah. So they're like, okay, we don't know what's going on, but how can we fight him? And Deku, you can see how Deku's matured and uses his knowledge to his advantage. He was like, whether it's phasing to teleport or teleport to phasing, he has to solidify to hit us. So he was like, as long as there's a chance that he is trying to solidify to hit us, we can still win this. So they're like, all right, cool, bet. They got suit back up, and like he's like running towards him. He's like, okay, you can try. So he like disappears as he's running, and he phases through the ground as he's running, and like everyone's like, where'd he go? Well, Midoriya was like, you know what? If he's coming down this way, he's probably gonna pop up behind me. So Midoriya like turns around like and proceeds to try to kick him, and he's like, oh, okay, you predicted where I would be. So he's like, I don't think it's really a special move, but he was like blinding eye poke or something like that, and like he phased his hand through his face, and then like right as he did, he snatched his hand back and just gut checked him, and then he proceeded to gut check everybody, and then that was it. It was over. Like he wrecked the entire class besides Bakugo and Todoroki. And Class A1 is not actually lightweights. They're not pushovers. So then like he gave a rousing speech about being heroes and and he was like, they're gonna respect you as an actual hero on site now that you have your provisional license and things of that nature. So you need to think, act, and behave like a hero. This normal speech, but he was like so over the top with it. Another thing was they were like, well, why is your Like, what is your quirk? Is it teleporting and phasing? Like, are you a hybrid like Todoroki? He was like, nope, it's just one. And they were like, that's a strong quirk. He was like, no, I made it a strong quirk. He was like, everything I've done, everything I've trained for, everything I do is to make my quirk stronger and make me a better hero. And I'm like, dang, man, this guy he's the truth. When they said he was the closest one to being the number one hero, they were not joking. But after that, they was talking about, the training and partnerships and stuff like that. And Midoriya called Gran Torino. And Gran Torino was like, I'm not taking you back. He was like, you pretty much messed me up from the get-go. I'm not taking you back. He didn't really say it like that, but he was like, well, you should, try to join. I can't think of his name either. Damn, I suck at this. But he was like, join All Might's code sidekick. And then after that, it shows twice. At the very end of the episode, it shows twice. The guy we pretty much had that surprise episode, mini episode about, or half the episode about introducing Overhaul. Now, Overhaul was introduced in episode 24, but he was not really announced, pretty much. Overhaul killed the villains that robbed the convenience store in episode 24. And Twice saw that. So Twice introduced him to... I can't think of his name. I just said his name. Is it Shigaraki? I think so. So he, at the end of episode 25, Twice introduces Overhaul to Shigaraki and the League of Villains. And it ends like that. I know it's been a couple weeks, and I know I've been taking my time with this. Like I said, we've still been getting things back together. Time is a feeble thing, But I'm trying to start something new. I don't know what episode or what series or what anime I'm gonna start. Now that My Hero Academia is on pause. Oh, yeah. So, I know you guys may have heard that My Hero Academia had a movie out from September 24th or 25th to October 2nd. Now, I found out some information that movie, My Hero Academia and Two Heroes, is going to hit DVDs February 2019. Keep your eyes open, guys. Honestly, I hate to say it, but I've been trying to find the movie online. There's no apps. These boys got it on lock. Unless someone leak it from a bootleg in the movie theaters, which I doubt they can, these boys got this mess on lock. But I think I'm gonna start getting back into One Punch. Well, no, One Punch doesn't come out till next year. So I'm gonna just have to find another anime. If you guys got any suggestions, I still got a few to do. I just haven't got a chance to sit down and actually go through them. But if you guys got any suggestions for anime or anything like that, what you could talk about, if you want to talk about DC, if you want to talk about Marvel, we can do it. I don't want to say sports because I'm not that big in sports. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah. In a minute, I'm back to my daily routine. Just gotta keep you guys posted, keep the videos going. We'll get somewhere with this. But after that, end of season 3. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride with me. So, on that note, stay true.